Thanks everyone for sustaining yourselves and making it to the second session. The session is on the art market, and once again we're very privileged to have people here from all over India, including Chennai's own Shalini and Sharan, who have both been quite dynamic in the Chennai scene for some time. So we're happy to have them, and also Sree, Mukesh, and Supriya. The art market. Ask any gallery how value is determined for artworks, and they can't tell you in a few easy sentences. It's complicated. Is the response you're most likely to get. There is no regulatory body that exists to standardize and systematize values in art in the complex mechanism of the art world. Value is created sometimes systematically, and at other times the process can seem random to outsiders. How has value been created in the last 5 years, and where are we now in the value creation chain? Which artists have survived with regards to intrinsic and extrinsic values in the pell-mell, and why when many others have not? What role does a gallery play in this infrastructure? Differences and overlaps in the regional markets will be highlighted. Our discussants are Sree Goswami. Sree Goswami established Project 88 in Mumbai in 2006. Though exposed to the functioning of an art gallery from an early age, it was after completing her diploma in contemporary art from the Sotheby's Institute in London that she decided to venture into contemporary art. With Project 88, her aim has been to seek out emerging talent and showcase it alongside more established Indian and international artists. Since its establishment, Project 88's program has systematically focused on conceptually strong solos interspaced with curated group shows involving young artists. As a young gallerist, Sree has pushed the boundaries of a commercial space by showcasing cutting-edge video art performances, photography, apart from paintings and installations. Mukesh Panika graduated as an architect and urban planner and is an alumnus of the London School of Economics in the UK. Mukesh has previously practiced as an independent arts consultant and curator and founded an international arts organization, Arts Aid in New York in 2005, driven by the initial desire to help connect people from all over the world through art. Before relocating to India, Mukesh has worked in different parts of the world, including London, Cairo, Berlin, and San Francisco. Mukesh founded and currently heads Religare Art, India's first corporate arts organization, with a vision of creating a 360-degree platform for the arts. Sharan Apparao. Top women achievers were honored by FICCI Ladies Organization in Chennai. That's been one of her awards. Sharan is one of those few women achievers honored for her talent and passion for her promotion of contemporary Indian art. After schooling at Church Park Convent, Sharan Apparao got her degree in fine arts from Stella Maris. She stepped into the business of art in 1983. Launching the gallery in 1984, Sharan proceeded to nurture it with a passion till it blossomed into a flourishing business. Apparao Galleries, as it is now known, is one of the leading contemporary art galleries in India. Supriya Banerjee is a graduate of psychology. However, since childhood, she has had a keen interest in art, visiting exhibitions and seminars in Kolkata and abroad. It is this passion towards art that led her to establish her first gallery in 1988. Gallery 88 was one of the few art galleries in Kolkata at that time and had a fairly modest beginning with a 500 square foot space in Shakespeare's Sharoni. Over the last 23 years, Supriya has expanded the gallery's activities and opened 2 more spaces in Kolkata. Since 1988, Supriya has organized over 200 exhibitions in her gallery, as well as other venues in India and abroad. She has, over the years, worked with some of the greats in modern Indian art like M.F. Hussain, S.H. Raza, F.N. Souza, Krishna Reddy, Somnath Hoare, and the list goes on. She has also curated shows in London, Fee Camp near Paris, and Singapore. The session is going to be moderated by Shalini Biswajit, who is herself a painter and sculptor and director of Forum Art Gallery in Chennai. She has a master's degree in fine arts and has exhibited her works widely in India, Malaysia, London, and New York. She has illustrated a children's book, The King and Kiang, in 2007 for Tulika Publishers. She is a trekking enthusiast and an avid photographer, and many of her artworks have been evolved from her travels and experiences. At Forum Art Gallery, Shalini has curated more than 70 well-documented shows since its inception in 1997 and delivers a holistic art experience, art exhibitions, art consultation, art education, and art therapy. And I wouldn't wish to take any more time away from our esteemed panelists. So, Shalini, over to you.
Thank you, Sir Mishra. Good evening. It is my pleasure to be moderating this session. I think it is initiatives such as this that will put Chennai not only as an artistic hub of music and dance, but also a center for art destination in the South. The explosion of creativity and vitality that can be seen in Indian contemporary art today has caught global attention. Indian artists have been creating work that responds to urbanization and changing contemporary lifestyles, art that reflects the rapid economic development and globalization that has taken hold since India's economy started to take off at the end of the 20th century. The last decade, however, has been the most tumultuous for Indian contemporary art. The 80s and 90s witnessed an unprecedented boom that lasted until 3 years ago. The recovery of the Indian art market since the economic downturn in 2008 has been marked by a steady climb, with 2010 heralding landmark exhibitions, art fairs, private and public initiatives offering greater interaction and intervention, generating an overall healthy environment for the arts. In India, competition has never been fiercer for contemporary galleries, with their niche market sharing space with international auction houses and online art portals. Adding to the competitive mix is auction houses organizing curated exhibitions. While their presence is global, galleries are restructuring their international brand by multiple presence in various continents and participation in art fairs. As demand for contemporary artwork grows, the size and number of art galleries that sell it has also increased. But for those who cannot afford to play the game, they are forced to rethink their business models. Innovation and expression has become the key factor among all parties in the art world to beat the economic recession. And the creative calling has been new media setting a trend that reflects the generation that is powered by technology. The significant collaboration between public and private parties, between government and the galleries, reflects an openness that facilitated the bringing of international exhibitions and artists to India and the presence of Indian artists in museums abroad. Further fortification of the arts have been initiated by individuals and corporates and collectors setting up private museums and collections in India, together with art education and awareness initiatives on the rise. So going by the presence of international galleries and the creative output of artistic talent at the recently held Art Summit in January 2011 in Delhi, India and Indian art has been powered, charged, and already on a roll, so I would like to believe. And to quote Sharmishta, if galleries, artists, and collectors across India continue to exhibit the sensibleness they've displayed after what has felt like an eternal period of soul-searching and introspection, then all signs point towards the development of a sustainable new art market that has both breadth and depth. It won't happen overnight, but assuredly the foundations are already being put into place. Eventually, we need an entire art ecosystem to thrive, which includes many more public and private museums, art schools, curators, critics, magazines, and so on. For now, a fresh breeze is beginning to blow through, unquote. I think it's more than a breeze here in Chennai. It's more like an art tsunami in a very positive sense. And I'm looking forward to being engulfed by the wave every year. I think on that high note, we'll start today's art conversations. I'd like to keep them as conversations rather than serious debates, so I urge the speakers to pick up their mics so that you can add in, as I go along. The first question is to you, Mukesh. Can you comment on the art market structure? How is the current art market in India, and what is its downside and upside? Is it volatile? And also, at the end, please do comment in relation to the global art market.
Well, it's a great start, isn't it? As Samisha said, I'm an architect and urban planner. Got into arts a while ago. It's been 15 years. What attracted me was the aesthetics and the storytelling ability of art, and I continued on that. I was totally unaware of the commerce part of it. I think I was just more on the discourse side and just enjoying that bit.